As you can really feel the background, it's all smiles and laughter. It tells you that indeed the team is still working. This is the online version of the Frontline show. And tonight we go deeper into a man who calls himself a prophet, pointing fingers, making allegations, and seeking justice at the same time. But the question is, at what cost? Drama and the thrill of chaos. Ebusia and my Baba Kawasami Oyun Papa. I'm going to do this with my co-host, online man himself. He's our mainstream online. Kuku Anand, William, Apom today.
Apom great. So this is Kweku Anand, of course, the co-host of Enoch Kofi Edri. Of course, we are coming to you live from the very studios here, the Frontline CTV, live on all our channels and all our social media handles. Enoch takes over from here.
Indeed, I take over. So it's live on my CTV or as the Brits will say, my CTV the Frontline Ghana, and also on the Hawk TV. Grateful that you've made time. As I said, we're going to be discussing the interesting character, a man of many parts. Recently started pointing fingers and calling people names. The same individual and character also made some allegations. Wild allegations. I don't know if I should call it prophecy or whatever. Now, my ever come ask some no young papa or Sunday, also wound to me. Name kwamshe and on namdoma wound to me, Olebri. The maso no kwamshe and on namdoma agrada, what natum. And interestingly, the same person, no, Tamanuku Kwana Shark Batina see first, or man of boys no obey. Then Ankasa Bay, a GCCano, I'll walk on phone could be breaking news be a wabano. I bet you want some, or that could be, but me can want some. Malcolm later. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, by Bob and Yamano Donka Kakra. Nah, so once again, there's an online version of the Frontline show. Mainstream will be returning soon, Kukwana, and when you're about to expose your album, no me show, papa. Listen the Enoch, Ejo, many Kukwana, na, yeah, baby to me. It's be there will be ano, Yamo Aquaba Fisher, apostle. Okay, yeah, share or yeah, opinion our friend Owusu Bempah. Within the past few weeks, Manti, I want to know one thing, you know, was in there, Dama, I be best war be wabo one thing, Venezuela and US or say Ukraine, no Russia, Kwama, who say Israel, Palestine, whom will be I mean describe.
Yeah.
The whole thing in the SMP. But since I'm a Padayashe, the Owusu Bempah, the prophecies be also me in a one man, we both in the oye abenti of phone to me, while no kakaba, on a or sisters also agrada. Which be your which name? Then.
Good one. Kofi Edri, Nada was a pa na Mechia a brewery na Yechia Yetie for near one more airship program we na Mutis at the same time. So just as you said, the Frontline will be returning soon, but in the meantime, Frontline will be operating, with our social media handles, the Frontline Ghana, my CTVGH, and then our online television, which is the Hawk TV. And the major national TV for no NTSA. Oba line as well. Yes, so subscribe to all the 3 channels. The Hawk TV, the television. Documentaries be so yayen wo na yayen nyama be Enoch Kofi Edri obe interview me ono in charge of the Hawk TV ono aso no director of research Emma the Frontline show. If you subscribe to the Hawk TV na eneme bia no a say e deba no so no obenye bi na wetie and also so washe quick one eneno eye bra yayen say prior to 31st of December, one of the Pharisees, that Pharisee way, a self-styled, self-acclaimed, self-imposed, notorious, Isaac Owusu Bempah. Of course, a system no so get the kind same year. Sans no opposite say Mami Agrada and they're currently in incarceration. Any would to me, and so I make us ultra OD Ghana court at Renchi or Konoba and it's a former Inspector General of Police. Or my Ghana Fuina to say or no and or shake my sampling if we know some at all. And no and say platform me say we need to come back quickly and then Rebecca said demystify the circumstances need each one of these persons. They go up. Ghana for one, ehuni a woman, something for some at home. Regina, dia Ukraine reports any documents and so I want. Near the exposure, Farasi or software of the Ghana ha. So nada akusam na brebeni omumpe the papa, including the breaking news. Yeah, the back home. It's a main cost straight.
Yeah, before I go straight, no,
yes, sir.
Me ball wound me, number ball or agrada.
Yeah,
maybe so. The one kasa, did you ever hear or a baby at sea? Would baby there Owusu Bempah on Hong Kong baby dama? A tea baby dam before.
Yeah, or share me Hong Kong.
That be or share, dam call for Hong Kong, do bet you yatum, a so or boko courts, or any day. Former IGP, them, a TVB the manner.
No.
Until them conscious like that.
No.
Okay, to us, and
the awareness here, best form of my company.
Yeah.
Then shall see in free Mami Agrada.
Yeah.
Now may come again and be acting once in there. Bria on me, Cassese. Mami Agrada, and I'm in front of Patricia, also known as Mami Agrada. It's in cahoots, and I say in the custody of the Ghanaian defense and prosecutorial bodies and they're leading them or in Saumia.
Yeah.
Na enye mi kwekwanan ena enye bia yes from kunenye sa osofo Owusu Bempah.
Okay.
Ena mama na koba in Saum. I am repeating this again. Enye mi kweku ena enye Owusu Bempah ena enye bibia. You see, we must demystify, and you say, we have two worlds, and I've always said, two worlds collide. The celestial world and the terrestrial world are not the same. And Nyoma, some of these self-styles, we know, as for what is it, and say, Bibiano, the celestial world, the whole said, normally the terrestrial world, the physical world way. Normally, and some the bully papa, the shady papa, a candy party to me. Mameno, that ye kind of crowd what Ghana has said. Mami Agrada, no Beko prisoner. Mention Mami Agrada, Beko prison. Earlier years before this very year 2025, you didn't go trimo.
No, God.
The Ghana Indians who follow trends and events will know this. Again, I'll not even spend time on some of these issues, but then it's important to say we expose the self-style of Owusu Bempah, said the Bay Ghana for your margins and Poe, or no shaking the Sandy Patreno. As some at home, and Negma ye didn't say, Nin troning in that down ye being the two Eja. Because Mami Agrada and Numa Waye ewo Ghana Hano. Me kind of crash or say, one more cry, men funny say. Woman, enti ena mami ye di nasa. Ubetini yura hopsin adoye nene yere gifty.
Yeah.
Or say as one of woman mami a court.
Yeah.
Ubetini sui abranti di anosi friend appear biblical. Now, if you want to even stay a while longer on sa enipa 2 in someone, as far as hopes in the way you're concerned, in same biblical. Nonetheless or nevertheless, Mami Agrada Eyelita also while offending the laws of this country overwhelmingly and has abused the fundamental rights of the ordinary Ghanaian through what we call charlatanic adverts, through what we call wrong mobilization of a certain revenue. I mean, Wintia and Farmer Ghana.
I don't know home brand or no.
Oh my goodness! I won't go near one seven. They say, "Gee, na a doorstone. It's big. A biom Ghana for Bekaya somewhere in 2020, expose you on the tours. I expose mobile kaya. That was when I chase expose you as software and many other.
But to room now, they.
A baby to William quiet stream, Miko. Astrophony Bebre so were also engaged in charlatanic adverts. Mami Agrada was not exempted from that charlatanic advert. Emma on one casa, ne Kanda TV, Ghana, who now Owusu Kanda TV was closed down. Just shutting the TV down. Why? Because not the Kanda TV, every year operated charlatanic all through and through. So TV was shut down later. And no mobile, and on me a day, when a TV man. Ye dear man, and Chinamani cyber share, the dear phobia say, Namia, said no so started so all ton. Near my dear may be near the idea, if you could to me the banner, sorry, no what I be advertiser. It's your name, Ghana for a Dana daughter. Okay, Mamino, I can tell any Ghanaian at the range of my voice and say, Mami Agrada, you have seen case in Freeman. Neyisa appear
yeah.
It would be that of say Mami Agrada versus the Republic of Ghana. Mr. Jury, we have 1,000 issues the government and I said the prosecutorial bodies of this country at the Bebo Mami Kwedwa. I mean, in the case of in the and it's some of the charlatanic in it. I said cross-examination course. In the cross-examination, Mammy Jimmy Fums to be brave, and to me say yes, say, including Nani didn't call to me. Yes, I the neighbor back. And yet the name being put a church and F hopes in the and the designs as awesome and the crown and Yannick. But it and part Nan answer, no, can you good hopes in the year who speak again? Many hopes are very close. Meaning, someone, mammy, a kafa hopes in the air, if the one, Nakofi Nina, Bakupri, absolutely untenable, ain't you hold the substance of the law. Ain't it a banasa, penalty hole? I feel proud to election 2024. Dear you whom I'm in all year. Shequaya Mammy Teki, the then candidate John Dramani, the cleanest, insulting the candidate. And said all sorts of things. No, Johnny pulpit so a good candidate mama. It didn't want to say. I mean, about it's my miss was so fair. Sir President John Dramani Mahama, or Person Layjuma, no, they punish Mamia. President Mahama Rabbit Rab one Taka Ghana for Saha, one now we say, therefore, and then they were power. It's me, ma'am, running with it. We are so some Mahama.
Oh, why would you do that?
No. And there are so many ways of which even the president can trigger or precipitate a certain reaction.
Because you have those powers, yeah.
Why? Ain't it a hope? Ninari a case here near. Who baby some who say, where? And this self-style group, self-style fake, Owusu Bempah. Everything maybe Ghana of when my catch a movie say, or no was shaking my mamma, you know, 7 previous. No watching. By the way, would you need to me, Mami Agrada? Bisate, a deben a tour no Owusu Bempah in 2024, DNC. Mami Agrada was in police custody. Subsequent to that of Ono Owusu Bempah, so Ono Chili Tumu, Ministry's police station, DNC. And yet the same thing. Only Mamini Kumpunyan Tawantawa. Emma the then IGP, George Kufu Dampare, actually needed to move several weeks and months. And she had born a pioneer one in Prussia who was a him phone. Emma no Yankopon Yadoma, Unyan Tumudia, or da police station wa, Yamine Bem, Yasancho, Owo Befaneko. All of us we know. Yena ye play some role. At that time, government's been in air power. The government of MPP at the Dankwa Akufo-Addo, of which Owusu Bempah, a close ally to MPP. Mumbisa said they see it. Then President Akufo-Addo, I name this Owusu Bempah MPP new and I say no, it cannot crash the Ghana for ne. No one can so Owusu Bempah and with him. He said he took offense of the fact that said MPP for an hour them now so come in the fast in the angel. Anything we need you. We are suffering full with the Marasha and some children who just said a self-style man of God. No what abusing the laws of God. For me, I'll tell you the MPP did so well because they do one. The chief of staff then, Mami Frima Opari, a friend saying former vice president, any party at that point, source and no, Owusu Bempah John no part they disown him. A phone there you Owusu Bempah Yawa. Or yeah, because Mumbi says at that time, the ITP kind of Owusu Bempah, a kind of corrected sub-7 areas, a common criminal crime, you say you took in this what I say, Nipani free, even yet free police station near the neighbor, police hospital or crana, any more than a handcuff in Sugunza. Yeah, the number 2 police in Paso, I did the place in his handcuff. Wow. They say, Nipper be told, who say, Given a papa with or yeah, a map, a buying one or so, or a friend to the government, punishing is as severe. And from there, Owusu Bempah did not like the MP. Now, I am aware from Onwanga's Owusu Bempah, it means to say, no believe at that time. Now, they won't meet us.
Yeah, Mama, I've got that matter, no. But them, I cannot afford them people treating like would be a criminals and terrorists and other Venezuelan lead a miss or the Bobby. Why do you think the MPP administration, I will not say the MPP administration, but the police administration at the time did that? What makes you think that? Why would they do that? Anyway, meaning now there was a hidden agenda, and now there was one of those things.
That's a great question. Now, Owusu Bempah would blame 1 or 2 persons to have been behind that particular ordeal. But be that as it may, I know say not the target was one person say any panel or shaching or moyesai. And he eventually mentioned this man who became the secretary to the cathedral, Kwesi Boateng. Yeah.
Some also I say number for me. I'm just not. Oh yeah, you say him.
Kwesi Boateng and Abofra. But then at the point, Kwesi Boateng gained a certain favor, before the sight of former President Akufo-Addo. And at a point, there was a serious rift between the two of them.
Father and son.
Exactly. So no believe he said no. Only you be away gaining that notoriety in people. About a saying and a pretty what about being yes, steps of Yamu said, I mean, there was that. Until say, or no Bempah said they make claims there. Or no a bass and offer wound to me. And will be some wound to me, say, and I almost wound to me, a police some help at the Amano police headquarters. Only for him to be told there. Won't me be catching so that me boa Bempatia or me can check Ghana for say they're making me boa because he's on no kind. So okay. Won't me no. As no won't me catch and say no, Charlie, one more shares our case in mono, beyond him. And one among the Nepal mentioned Kwesi Boateng and no shares our case.
Kwesi Boateng no natural powers and won't me more MPP by that time.
I don't know
according to Owusu Bempah, and this is a statement he made to you.
This is a small catcher.
Okay.
Okay. Step 1 year, but you didn't know to 1 more. You did be say on the surfaces of the law and the crime and the purported whatever the situation that warranted the incarceration said. It is a way to me someone when you're Bolivia, near Baba chose you. No. Sana Mona would 2 years or more call my mini fear on in our software, including. Sabran TV, a friend, a debate shows or whatever. Woman, kuta two.
I don't put no tree to screener.
Exactly. To the extent telling the world, they said, I'm sure say that video, no, and I would see a Bebo Magana.
Yeah, that's a Bebo show.
Yeah, so say, who catching me, we are so far to say, I knew Ghana near one. No, Kumu Bia and Kobe Bia. When they come away, Reverend Owusu Bempah, a brand here, Fanny Betch. And no come when the police if we declare boy wanted later. Boy didn't who came with that. We later more it declared wanted almost a cococheno. That's the way your software you say you are preaching the paragon of virtue. You must demonstrate as such. Now what dear we gain that notoriety of the team. Trust them a woman has that. And from there no only wound to me and not quite say what wound to me not to what it out.
Okay.
Not question what wound to me not to but I'll tell you the wound to me no also no me go my neck wound to me so. That incident in see what wrong. There are a lot of top MPP from Mushishimu. Reason why in 20 years and no including 2020. Your first so for baby echo Jubilee House. Some of sure. He took offense of all of that. But MPP for him why it's no more any matter. What I say, nipa what you say, ma the way nara so you nipa pay. Ma the way reflected national in character. Nipa Mr. Adibu Moa or Mukrabit in Abwa to charge one way to charge. Now, me on look at Elfanton. And so, Mamma Gradana, some of them may come a gun in Ibiati as I say, a young or you could shini a dad, then you may be no, and one more events and Mamma Grada, no whichever, a intro. Me say, but challenge no, and I dare him on my country Ghana for exactly what he did. What did Mamma Grada do in a twin? Afiyemra wuntu. Who na worship na who back actually Ghana for say. Wuntu. What was at that point? Only want to miss the Nyanta Wantabe in 2024 prior to the elections. Emma want to me back can send be. Emma no catching want to miss on no betting up Kumasi no Bekumasia. Your Babe Ashanti regional. MPP will lose a vote at Ashanti regional. And they want to meet there no and then find a yes. But then let's all get it straight and nobody gets it, including Bempah. Listen. For the 8 years of Akufo-Addo's government, of which the NPP's headquarters is in Ashanti region, where the Ashanti region have given up on the NPP way back in their before the 8-year period. The Ashanti, according to intelligence report, now I'm challenging Bempah. I can tell Ghanaians.
Now, even before then, every political journalist or student or someone who has or anyone who has interest in politics, they will tell you the time now president to call Ashanti region kakade so on to man about Trump before for on to man that statement statement alone statement
you know what one of the Brony Biwo
one of the questions is like Kadamasam and that statement
Brony Biwo Ashanti region
or so like on my akuma bay papa and some of water region so say you
okay I'm talking
yes and some of water region so time now or friend at random or 2 years on the movie there's also a how and 2 amount but yes still no I must say them present to some of
sure
it is if they variable some boom pia there's no way between I got MPP on that percentage when you're 30 something or so 40 something I don't no one should claim their property behind into some future man.
Thank you for this supporting in Ashanti region, some of us we are students of intelligence and intelligence build up in data collections near Wonkekau. And like I'm saying, the NPP stronghold in Ashanti region, of which all of us we know, the Ashanti region had earlier before 2024 had given up on the NPP as their stronghold. Now, I will tell you why. Didn't we hear say, even in Malaysia, some of Otu say to Lieutenant Nimniade, Ibrahim Abonti, America saying the NPP for now, and one alone, and to hear that Otu say to chiefs are out there talking against the NPP. What does that mean? Do you know the volume? If the Santene will speak to the Ashantis and tell the Ashantis, say, go, I burn with your by idea when to me and fan for baby and family or memoir. Even though, although they did not speak loud and clear for people to hear them. Okay, the gestures of the Ashanti kingdom, the gestures of Ashanti, I said, a newly begun NPP government. And asked so we demonstrate to Ashanti memoir. Women so including the runabout and then majority leader friends what's his name? In charge
that time I'll come out twice what of one minute from magazine for
NPP knowing so where you're stronghold, but when we dear Santamai are bring more ye. No visas and for no more down. And it's a little bit general now say, oh, now, they're neutral. Now, you're not the crimes of wound. And by this interview, challenge every Ghanaian, go on the social, because me be, data and more being access to it. Na so bi akono kokoshe. Na ankoye say nsusu say anwen say wan feel say wo Bempah da beni na brebeni and I will say wuntumi eji. What is wuntumi's crime? Now go on the social media. Obia for YouTube and so for information spy with Google. What Google wuntumi versus the Republic of Ghana. You will see the chart sheet of wuntumi versus the Republic. The crime in day back or one or two. Sikabeni edema wuntumi say wuntumi konkoye road construction in Ashanti region in many of the municipal areas in Ashanti region or construct here and I want construct. Again, there was a certain cocoa project here and the CCTV ba wuntumi was a wuntumi and so cocoa executive okoye. Then the last one ASA saying Sikanu wuntumi kokoji we fence the Exim Bank no Sikano away. Where is that money? $40-something million, $45 million. You say, that is one. Number two, special purpose vehicle bang and a want to be face can Okoji says in the name of the government. What would the company now want to me for me? No, Mr. Say company, nay, whiny deem in the government. And on the basis of that special purpose vehicle now want to me a crazy or the coin on that basis and the bank releases it cannot. Or they might win to me. Number 4, I feel if you can buy, Mummy says NPP paying for saying and a benefit here from that money. Number 6, this is why NPP win to me says one fan can create. Number 7, I feel this says something if I didn't win to me, on to me a day and point your hands. I was something because in young control. Wunti has decided to take all the blame, and he's going to take the blame and go to jail. What are you talking about? And to become about catch a Ghana for a whoop and a wire my wound to me and that day you could see and bonnie for and it is high time that they expose you. Any we are. It's a wound to me, dear. Me the baby say, Obia, you need the imposing information Google no so not type of wound to me, natural information out there. Look, Judge OD wound to me. Yes, should that critique and the judge so the same judge OD went to the case. The same judge and OD former Buffer stock CEO Anan the case. The same judge and OD your friend is saying a national service secretary give to a warrant the same judge and OD a former national petroleum authority Alhaji Mustafa Hamed case.
Wow.
We know what is going on and we know why then this
the same judge for all these cases.
Of course, yeah, or your bar. Obviously not
and the reason why might the same person handle all these cases could be what?
Sure, one judge in the APC case including one to media. And I don't want to release certain information. It be a very sensitive.
Okay.
Want to me no want to me no that social.
It's not another mining issue in Adinia.
As far as our content mining are concerned, we are all here. And you will say former President Akufo the ebeg exonerating. But then I content mining in some and then ma won't to me who be so much to the extent that I feel won't to me at TV so other places are all there. All display gold bar no money at the all the President Mahama tell me one
and the Vice President I didn't know adventure on it.
It's on one wound to me would to me invited all sorts of unwarranted attacks on him. But then you will do so, and then later the law will find you culpable and chase you out, and then you must prove yourself. I can tell mine and put some there. And also say one of it. Until Ubebisa said, where then comes? Where is the spirituality of this self-style guy? They catch Ghana for us. We are then spiritual then now.
But this question here. Why they obe claim them adena to no hodo abra onim don yashi no be claim them adeno what opinion why do you think
very good question because when the laziness of Ghanaians sometimes is overwhelming.
Okay,
when him say Ghana for baby no mo ko ntimi nim the case in point and the case men kind of saying, as it were now.
These are some not the cases and the charges, and I guess one of them are. Don't coffee,
such persons like the Empanama would find that place as a gray area. Quietly, go in there. Again, they bring so in the details. Yeah, about them, Pasuku PA, the police of one instance. But they bring so where say, Osofwe, only MPP for Yantawantawabi. If you honestly say, or can one need to the boom side, me and a Mayama say MPP, or say anything at home, including the MPP position. Kofi, any pair better muscle, any for Bejiano. So
for that one, I agree because the Bono are crouching, Akaba, non Kafutunkoa. Why wouldn't he be able to convince other people?
Overwhelmingly, the Brayajimoha, and the Bray will believe.
I don't know, I can, I can.
If on face to me, not or they are not about what's happening. But one to me is facing a genuine charges and a genuine case that he has to prove himself. Yet I say, former finance minister. Yet, yeah. I think you have to say former finance minister. Yeah, I say for actually America.
I'm on that show, baby.
At the end of the day, the crime is crime.
I'm not. But do you think that Owusu Bempah feels powerful because of his relationship with the current administration, or because he thinks he has a relationship with the current administration?
Not at all. Completely.
But does he feel powerful?
Listen, he should not fool in his own fool's paradise. Because NDC for one, they don't have only time, man. They come and on one yes. They come on one thing, once they say, yeah, the NDC for will be kind of they'll find full respect. One my someone was stressed every week. Woman was stressed, woman in the straight because the NDC been winning himself. Or the next that put Mahama through. Oscar Sembe from Mahama through. The NDC need the own NDC for no one see now Bempah now. Do you know the NDC for say? What do you know about them? These are core people who knows their left from their right. They know by their calculations and they know the temperature at the time of Akufo. They say, hey, Ghanaians were already tired of the MPP and Ghanaians were ready to let go of the MPP. Into what you won't come share. From now down, commissioner Nipa Bakuma on one hand, Pharisee anyway, we be Jiraho. At the time, I said, John Mahama Esufunaka. Hey, the same person now saying about no, John Mahama, Esun, said then the same person now saying about of course, now for the multi program, John Mahama has blood on his hands. Now, if you have a serious country, step in previous, they are ready to sanitize society. The corporate Ghana need to be sanitized. Out of this unscrupulous rats and ragamuffins and scavengers, Owusu Bempah should have been arrested that day and prosecuted in jail. Okay? Because even the NCA acting as if all of this, their prophecies comes under what you call charlatanic. Now, at the time of candidate Mahama, when you Nipa, when we are so crestfallen, if you like, disappointed in not to vote for John Mahama. You know Nipa who became or were affected by a certain form of fear and panic and refused to vote for John Mahama. And do you know what he did to the political class? He destroyed the man's political fortune. And the same person now comes back and says, no, God has now again revealed to me, now he has ordained John Mahama to lead him. You're some fool, stupidity and a fool. You say all of this and then you go free. What? And I've said and again, everybody knows it. The political class, they need to be very, very careful. The political class of this nation, I am telling them they should be very careful because the destruction of this nation is really at hand. And these self-styled men of God are propelling this country gradually into a point of no return, except to call it abyss and destruction. This is why we have to expose him. Now, the last person Owusu Bempah says what? Ono and Oshechre. The answer is obvious. Why? Semi na mechi uko fiji etumwa. A automatic adjustment. Say, ubiti me ababo nto so. Me na mechi ne kwa na ndase.
Yeah.
Anything.
Very easy.
The dampare and the chill, I didn't too.
No, Montano.
Ebra ye dampare if you want, and also I no shake my dampare. Now let's go into case study. Dampare came with saying the NPP. Now, my minimum 1 or 2 reporter, Nina, a part of the assessment of Dampare's still worship in the police administration. One, a big case such as what? Not too long when the NPP would come to power. At the this year, one prominent parliamentarian was murdered in cold blood. And when JB Dankwa.
Yeah, JB Dankwa.
JB Dankwa was the cousin of Akufo-Addo. Ebra IGP no Air Dampare, not our police administration. Dampare was the Great Accra Regional Command. Incidentally, see under ono the nine so. Ebra case ne a wona samle by no. Officers are called seniors, and one among them prominent was the same Dampare. And on Muko senior. Ebra Muko seen no Mukoko de one. JB Dankwa Moja, ye prepare, ye cleaning in Africa. As I see a bit so Dampare, I didn't see any superintendent Moja, ye prepare in Africa, and a prayer and a prayer. By cleaning the blood, and one of it described that evidence was compromised.
Yeah.
Why? And who instructed that? Yet the nature of what? Appear ban saying reports not investigation or or to me the report to be about one thing.
Maybe so that Moja American, is it an allegation or statement of fact?
It's a statement that will be treating this allegation, saying allegation.
Okay. Okay.
And anything you be saying, say,
okay.
And I say,
okay.
They say JB Dankwa Mojan, Obi clean and JB Dankwa Shiho.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
What is it that no?
That's fair. That's a fair question. Yeah.
Anyway, you Mr. say JB Dankwa report. The former IGP, or to me produce here. So when to me produce that report all throughout the 8 years of Akufo-Addo's reign. Why? The India. What happened into the winter and produced that report? 3, subsequently, he was transferred to Winneba. Until the unit didn't call Winneba. So, Ghana, not Ghana. And then he believe say there should not be any pressure on Dampare not to have done his job as a police chief at that time. Yeah, the nature of what? After you say, Akufo-Addo Nankasanoa. No only JB Dankwa ye Moja Bakono. A bro bar bem, Mumisa say. How many times President Akufo-Addo mentioned murder cases and could not mention on one Kasane blood brother, JB Dankwa? Say, I am going to ensure, say, the national security and the police will produce a report on JB Dankwa. Say, Ghana need to say Akufo-Addo Akebia, woman fast tape recording. Say, Ghana need to say Akufo-Addo saw this report in the BP. No one found Ghana need to produce a report in the name of if Akufo ever mentioned the cousin JB Dankwa ni wo kwasema, I dare anybody obi on for report number.
Before I veer off a little bit from the main issue, just an intelligent idea or report to be why the president decided to be silent on his own cousin's murder. I'll
remain there. It's a story for another day.
Okay.
But then me mamo chronicle of a Nyoma Dampare. Of which some of them became a booby trap from Wankasa Dampare. And I will not allow Owusu Bempah to sit there and tell a palpable lie, a falsehood. Now, what do you need actually? Later, Ono Dampare, accusations upon accusations in this country. Dampare created a para-police unit called the PBI or something of that sort. Yeah. To check, but I think it's PBI. Or creates our unit within the police service. Another para-CIDO unit within the police.
But again, is this one also an allegation or a statement?
An allegation or reporting our whole. So groups we are. Dampare critically to almost it became one of it. The entire one of an IGP or buyer because there were several intelligence reports written by civil society groups near the intelligence chiefs. Yedema president and say, Dampare administration. Dampare eventually became like what? A social media, share person. On Namwa. Next I said Facebook did it, or Conway, but Puma to say,
Come on.
and Warba.
If we're not in a Dampare one can prophecies in Akwambado.
One idea about Dampare, Yene Bonabaso, was the very fact of say, I feel not prophecy in court. Dodobia, Enyadia, SNFata. I think somewhere in the 2021 also. Yeah, 2021. What did he do? And Oma Sofoni Natural, what to say. Town Posian, commissioners are Basana. You should be measured. Oma Samson Ladia Yenini. Enna is Ankoma. Miami is Ankoma. And then, any Sofoni Bebre, Kotrasi meeting, say. Some commission and motion rough from them. The fact is that Ghana is a secular state near also, predominantly a Christian religion. You can't be doing things like that. Yes, I didn't know myself only be great. I told him once to say, I don't know, when we into ocean statement, what they will say, all of you must be measured. I don't know back here, it didn't measure from more Ghana,
Okay.
And this was one of Dampare's acts, one of the highest.
And that was 2021.
Sure, 2021.
You have that report, eh?
Yeah, I have that.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, all the nature was Kofi. Afi Yemra and Yema Dampare, on one Cassini Beya Asudi, etc. The Dampare came under barrage of allegations of what? Killings. All right? Judicial killings in Tamale. There were about 5 people were shot and killed in cold blood. The reports are here. And I'll tell you, the relative of this deceased, was a police officer. ACP Yahaya was a former police detective in headquarters and later was transferred to DA. All right? There were other people, including the 7 Nigerians, were allegedly killed by Dampare boys at this police headquarters. And those Nigerians, there was one among them, also allegations, not a pregnant woman, Nikunu Ekahubi or Ghana, Okupi Nigeria. No, Moshe said, from China later. Woman, Imamino, Wanyo, Yakwachu Mina, Ewo Budumbura. Budumbura may Yakwachu may be your master and your master. Ship Yanto Monkabim. I obtained the pictures of all of this, including several reports. Yet Nina Tia Bonte said, Dampare no me Sansalmano. Dampare se me man nama bochina. Being on me yano, on open obetiache. But Nina me KBC, she said, the government of John Dramani Mahama or the NDC as a party, no more trotty about the government. They were watching all of this. They knew that no, at a point, the entire police administration had given up on Dampare. We share several reports and a free police service in Mubah. No police officer. Now, I will tell you this quickly. When police officers are Umunya Kopempam, the fence Atare White, Nina no Mato, Ediegu, Wama Cabinet, our police headquarters, getting ready to hear annual mass get said, Pip Dampare Yimpian in Sabonte, no message on Montaria. White. Eventually.
It happened.
The day Dampare was asked to move, what happened? Didn't we see some?
The kind of jubilation of that, in fact,
including the jubilation.
It was sad at the same time. I don't know, but
and these are things that happen practically.
Let's move on, who I did people we now. The
entire police from district to region to
it was serious, okay? It was serious.
Now that time, we say, now Owusu Bempah, and I will share the entire police force in the whole country. Police, who said that on Owusu Bempah said the entire police force across all regions. No, Mumi said the entire police population. And how many times no one will see the 4 walls of the police headquarters? Now we are two to Mkrana, one year two to went in Yanyo. One went in Yanyo in the hands of 6 police people. when to me and you, and I will be by the way, into you know. Now, cocaine kind constitution. The constitution also says no. Once a president be appointed, IGP he must do it in consultation with what? With the Council of State. Now, at the point of say Council of State, President Mahama Bayo, Council of State, so that became a bit of a gray area for the president to delay. At that time, some of us, including me, journalists being more run a report. Our Dampare say, President Mahama on your day, in fraud.
And the year could say the
report for everybody to verify. And the President Mahama at that time obey onion or train or appointed Council of State or appointed Council of State and automatic Council of State for say Council of State mun debate on this issue as to whether said the domestic chief or no share can say domestic issues no member in trial and answer man. And at the end of the day, Council of State for extra able bow and those for and against. Now, baby says a monk could be so Owusu Bempah on my country and say Council of State. No, do was saying and almost to a bano or motoma dampere and why do was saying almost a man to a dampere and my resources or my penny. He has to take his decision. With the police reporter, hold on, intelligence reporter, na Abba, Yedi Ujuma. The last one I met on a mobile kaya, the same dampere. And only MPP regional offense and northern regional chairman, Bugri Nabu, and conspiracy. So conspiracy no, or no IGP in Dampare, one of the offense in AD camp or no, they did record a man or coffee recorder no, the offense in Bugri Nabu office, Emma Yipia, offense in COP Alex, offense Alex means Alex means any another police officer. Sorry, you do mean a cocoa share home a record later. Parliamentary committee in a track case.
And some people recording.
Emma, the chairman of the committee, Ura, attach any nano. It free, much as a Omoya and assassin with any catastrophe. That report no cooking can say, not DNA any kafa dampara. And when you know a dampara answer a walk. You will know the things Dampare did before answer Oko, and then you got the nerves. You a damn silly crook. Who by the catcher gun of course, who now will teach them about Dampare. Yeah, they are pump. Anyone Dampare, you see, I can't hear. The gun and the time at theatre say, yeah, we are instead saying Nipano faces full trial and full prosecution. Now, some no hay no hair, near Catasona, as some no convey. And then, no, Ghanaians. We should not let Owusu Bempah go scot-free about this case. And I challenge any Ghanaian and say, go and verify all of this report, including on Owusu Bempah. On metre, ya deno, on metre de kopoti also, yeah. Emma Sangovwe, Womwa, Eke Dreamu. Kushini party so you man of God. No, it is 2026. Yeah, most of us of more Ghana there. A briquet two, why you miss me from a boom, all
right, there. Yes.
The three people.
Interesting, yeah.
And then will be
anyway, with my co-host, I'm doing this with my co-host, Kweku Anna, vociferous Ghanaian journalist, and a very interesting part discussing issues of allegations about Badon and Sembia or opinion of Owusu Bempah Wakaka. Self identity from what Kweku Waka is natural be Biara Owusu Bempah 1 year problem Biano. I wash and home come, damn no patch. Damn so come short to Damede. When you do tomorrow, I say impeded damn. Now so the Obama tina bridge be as no wood if fina Bempah. Damn the yeswa there or ye Yancy Biani into them prophecy Yancy Biani, then American civil. And yada why in same work can Abba Uncle Fu was so our bapa. Since our last time, they don't stand then as a mystery house, how I bought now, Fantim than I can. I say, snake, we all in fact, no would have been you, but mystery. I say, oh, friend, I'll see. Master, you put a video now.
If you may hold video, no. Na minim say wo de be shame mo we tiefo no ahwefo no ahwe dia.
Oh, my word.
Me wo ho na ye send ma me say na kwaku sa na wo ye snake. Snake sister adam ye diabolo. No see
yeah, forgive me. Open chain, why? We are having a little bit of fun. Diabolo is nabu.
I know Bempah say na or so the idea bo na we team say akwesiweko. Na me no kwekwa me team.
Oh, my word.
I didn't have some.
Oh, my word.
And then maybe you.
Ghana hired though, to be honest. Ghana hired the papa. There's this breaking news finally.
Yeah.
Time at this whole fighting between yourself and Opeyini Oshasi. Okay, the on phone ko police station, on phone ko court, on phone ko baby ara. Abama the boys we do juma. Boys is so no order pa. Still, I'd now seen an ankasa better. Echi Matthew was on your National Media Commission. Open Cheche.
Yo, Mr. Jimmy, that's the breaking news of this very program we are OYE. Actually, if you're watching free now, Sana Seminary, actually, and Tawantawa Koswa, Yanino, December 2025, Nina, Sana, okay, Canadian, including, say, before 31st, I'm not quite sure which particular day, say 27 or 28, before the 31st. And Obeka Che, we are seeing now and say, Ura Kweku and then Obeka Shina Papa. Intermediate, and Mejitum say, make Krashi Kweku and then na self style fake man of God in that Wabuano who ye is you know. Intermediate, me or one is a month for a year, send a link, ya be to 1 year, send a ban at the other. I'm sure you, and the mental pressure ban so.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people office in Cracker and Caroport, the catch of the corporate saying a KB, the corporate, one issue.
And I'm a Menko. The main economy reason is simple. They say, yes, a year Bama be brave. We are some Peninsular Bama Pia Kujam. So I give you more. A yana watch your meme, Messiah. And I'm say, Owusu Bempah Bama do it. Ya me catch any penny na ne office and say no. Se Bempah be kase. Obe crashing ya. Crashing or work and say be spiritual one, say be physical one. With the mean name Yaman coin. Untimia then on your side and show one castle so enuiam. Then they move beyond or 7 previous and Minya Mayono, and it then and Madame.
Yeah.
Into me, Madame also. Into so be crash on crash. You may shame. Into the near see a man first quarter of the year. Yeah, the second quarter they come near the third quarter come near because Mr. G and so you do wrong. Bible no crack out to or say here Mujahigu ama and Kwaji ni ho. If you are so free kwan your more fast why your money even it drew baby as a so big.
What say yes Muja did the honka kakra.
Exactly. You know for me mom who say ye for sabi enyado more that Ghana for no be now for far too long. No. Yankopon ma yemu bi ma kukudro we are servants of God. Okay? Okay, Hosea 4:6 ewo sa atru lack of knowledge in any pani perish. Oh, lack of knowledge. The people are perishing. And when Yankopon and Shadan so ama me kan tell mo say won fa na sending mra na enyi hu ama. Wama asam na ye simple ama ye na say eye nasem eno si yenjindi na honhom ne beba yeso a according to Acts chapter 1 verse 8 you know honhom ne beba yeso ye na ye beba be ya part of that dance crew ana amon no Nyankopon e wo himfa Judea Samaria and unto the outermost part of the world nasem wakato ye na no ye part of that dance crew and so see man kwama so for ni displays I display no moto omoyo omo no never any aduma you see in ye na ye trends sa crashing no Bema crashing up. Me wa say just week here. National Media Commission for Benin for back. Minimum winner. Already was suffer on the Panama and woman. Why? We are journalists of your caliber, of your sort. That baby is a media commission. Oh, there.
No, what?
Sure. Now the media commission means you muka crutch say a year dumakua womu regulators of media. The obi we a journalist, nasa office a journalist be a obi na enya wo de na wo dero and now ho hyehyewa ya obetimi aya na say wo de journalist no call media commission say womu emfa journalist na omene nkasa. That is all about media commission. Media commission in your court. Or woman prosecutorial powers of the prosecutor. No. Woman see asem. But to me, to one is a be a friend, is as someone if he and I'm say, what it make quite my name. If you penny for me, I say, no, the guy he's fighting you there, the soft man, Bempah. He has come to petition media commission that we have to take the matter. Now, I say, are you sure? No, see, wait, no, call for a petition, and no, read the petition, you can cry. And why then? It's here, and I'm saying, Owusu Bempah.
I petition, but like interesting point because we're able to Amayata.
Petition, your war partial petitioning nine and something, they said, me, didn't attempt. Good anymore say. By any name basa and sem fata.
Okay.
Now me meaning a dumaku a year CTV no. Media commission for ni and kasa.
Okay.
Woman and kasa.
Me taper.
No media commission and sign investigative assembly. No money and kasa. Hey. Owusu Bempah.
So I'm just saying so I don't know call a friend one do you call friend. Christian Council, yeah.
But I'm meaning emergency. One of threats, Kakaka, Wabemani, is our threat in the middle called Christian Cancer. And I'm doing Pentecostal cancer, and I'm doing charismatic cancer. And also, we do police, because our threat way. Obi no kind say, Kwekwana say, as some to a branch and the bush from Owusu Bempah. The Impobita. Meaning taking that animal to me. Nedia, ne yewa, Sabri, I'm a would dimrika. Aquaculture Media Commission, which is you are going for like a rescue mission, sir. Media Commission for mere rescue. And seriously,
a very shock.
And to be say, that just as Sabrina, Owusu Bempah, also Obabe crash over Kwekwana. That the Ghana for when Timmy and Fakota and yet and quiet. It is Abby on where Gibrika too.
May I show that the next step by your court. If you court so I need to do our fast, the Hague.
Now, wait, my dear. Emra say, when Timmy commission. No, we answer Master Court. She's never done that.
Okay.
Sure, in law, no, let us say it's like an estopel because the commission, or the powers of the High Court, even though only prosecutorial
powers, yeah.
Into winning into any. So,
sure,
no, a woman either than I saw court. But then again, Ghana need be answered to me. Young fans some way been Mum may and find Yagro, Treze, or so full way and in a caliber. Woman nipa will move Yase from US, London, Ghana, Atnasi, Idiatem, Kweku Memenkwao, Benkwa. No 1 man 1,000 see women included on the Bempah and then the latest threat. Na say 7 previous and the would mean sorry say no media commission so my friend me na ye met transmit and cancer asemuya kofi and na Ghana for na be judge say for me I see this as the most embarrassing in guase kese a ema bi say onyankopon aka na sem say so woni mu ntokwa ko a onyame wonko bi ma wo and onyankopon so ohutiwi ni It's my issue is simple, sir. All of this, Bempah should have allowed God to fight his fights for him. I didn't tell what to Kwaneko, but then Yentia says, when Yanko Sakrano, only Bempah other surrogate, when Yanko no more to Kakesi or no more Papa. They don't know Yebenya and also trace away for 1 Corinthians chapter 1, chapter 13, verse 6. Who reads Swania called Zachariah, chapter 13, verse 4, 5, 6, and also Ewoho. Onyamedi o Japanae Bamosu, chase one woman, Johnny. If you say, and you know Bempah, woman Dawson. And they should get it straight there. They are at war with God and not me. May come on so phobia obinya program with it. You are not at war with me, you are at war with God. And God is about to what? Establish his throne. And throne bear the theocracy throne. God is about to establish it. Now some of them established now. Sa asofo adadafo etutrafo bomia so akuhwifo na brabafo nyinara a womura yebenya no wehemfa eye John chapter 8 verse 44 osi womura we dadeni we profo. Their father is a father of lies and deception. Okay? Into Nyankopon, why your provisions are master house of we now? Into Ghana for no, yen sorry you what I said. To trust some of my sofa be brave, eh? A reporter and say, can coffee air was a soft will be or no, or being here for me on any wall or bow fence and other lands, or there were about any our use then. What it's your banner or banner? Pretty, beautiful woman. Obana Jinsi.
Oh,
Obana we no. So, Obana and Pain is ye on the 7th of January, a fee Friday a year holiday, and they also for now quack. The bright in see Obano in see what you are here. I
did be a while. Damn, came so more had. Yana Kasagana Hano, or the baby and work a day. Why they yin painful yin painful no, say you being ye serious. The Oman Casano, soon to meaning. Yama con madam are so far politicians be my so powerful. You want any make one. And why do you allow these things? Also, I am in Pana one I am go upon Neko. One I am go upon Abonsam. God created all men equal. Obia one a talent. To the fact that the master be a commission, the fact that I will Kanyamina standards will make you so special. Then Yamina Sanokana nobody. How do you even understand the dispensations that we've had? Bible no teaching from the old canon to the new canon. The word canon, how many of you do you understand it? And yet you call yourself a man of God. You don't even know what to call the canon. I couldn't afford the New Testament, Old Testament, or even going into apocalyptic literature to understand certain things. And you call yourself a man of God. It makes me angry. Now you have more quan in position come. Each time with them military kind of system on your own. Sebio Obianka they will couple cool some dabi. But that military discipline ni yenye won man na kepa ehun ya se COVID obe ya soldier football coach me so ogun ko fun be man ko fo won ye gentle ehun enye no wo ye soldier I mean them want democracy me be bo 92 year na mu hu ndam nyamanyami na from 70s 80s na de na enyu nya ye soldier that's how be about your comment or are you the host or you are how do you call it how do you call it football that you gossiping bb say who were in penny team no better because of internet no I guess about heart politicians small boy when you baby are 40 crumble yen all of a sudden about politician and when your car boom we sit down where will be in this question now on in them system ni not honorable now if you know the law apart from parliament ever be honorable no put if you don't call the person honorable, you call the person by his title. Now so even I am assemblyman possible. Oh yeah, assemblyman because one friend honorable. Hey. Oh, in fact, to be honest, a lot of things could do with Yasa. Ki Ajakuma. Papa.
No, I am on mine rather. Any you sir, and you're my
Ajakuma.
And you're my fool, sir. I am my way. And you oh. Now, and on a maximum mechanism, it is institutions are women play a role, but yet me sanitize your society as woman you meduma. And I must throw, and no more being cast into media and also. Yes, to say the entire allow me and ye. It is a media, it didn't air your meduma. More being cast and said ye miss our be. There be. So you now see a better quieter. Society now see a thing a bebo. Or buy a make us all software among a regrettable.
How?
You want another story and also investigate here. A young, pretty woman in London. with him or Sophobia Leono Akase Bunitima Kofi at the point, Sama me or one lantern. In fact, over 20 something years, I feel Winyan and Crata. Now, the regrettable part in the say, all ye more lantern, Naketiano. A significant portion of Naketiano, about Osofon or Ghana has it.
How?
Oh, yeah, no. Or softenate me a Leono, Manchester, my 7 previous, or Arabia fibroid. When Timmy and Shema fibroid, you were landing or soften it to me that damn one catch and say, fibroid, hospital or Ghana, you did in Ida about the fibroid naman. Emma, me, it need disarm or Sophia some with you. And we be do Ghana hanging a downfall. And more buy when Timmy and money bush and man, yes, some media free. On my case, more break now, one thing, maybe a bagan in here. Obedri and one check and or lay on home. Quiet. And Odi or suffer non witchy matches or Mukopi hospital. Yeah, main person may both news here because investigation be cost. And what defense and massive quine more, Conongo quine more. Emma, mammy, ye call ya, ye Obama chow on water. Ye quack we 5 road in natures of Waba. A man of watching the movie, Mamina Kwaku just like that.
How?
Just like that.
How?
Your course is an in your main if you land.
How?
The most regrettable part in the saying, also for Nanka celebration, I've only read a call move, also for Nitania to read.
Okay, so, this is some new. You probably could come back and some papa. I'm telling you. Like Akmano.
Expose no, your day, but media also will be in one minisano. By the way, they come will be answered to say nobody. Not even the president of this republic, respectfully, don't expose any man of God. Now this time, the expose is going to catch all the big men of God in this country. Oh yeah. Including one more year gain in a sefuina, expose because I saw for the for criminals and thieves and rogues. And almost say Obi kwa community akweku Yesu moja kakra yedidi onye pacho srewa omo catch Jesus Christ re koken ka scripture no na omo Pharisee for no catch Jesus Christ ai na tumi ben na odi ye adwuma na enye Beelzebub tumi na odi ye adwuma no catch them say no na we na ye ka no Bible no intro ya na sana Christ catch them Christ catch them say na dem mu ken say me ye ni na ye ntro wo konkon no mu ana ya tro wo konkon no nti de ntina mu bi say say and maybe I saw for the baby, one more year, sir. I'm going and no be too sour. I saw for some disappointment. Sunny, dear Christ, in the end of the year, you know, yet you are feeling the air. By the way, I saw for the mum muscle. And I hope one must understand there. Some of the celestial world and every place, terrestrial, the terrestrial world, and then what my lawyer for should advise him and advise them. I think also say a lawyer for also are not helping.
Exactly, you know, why,
they are offending the fundamental laws of this country. Now, so if you need their Bempah and then call for it to her,
I am also where from court. For none that's not useless. That's who's candy or no.
As you say, me, and ordinary and a numb court where if we do baby or say then. Or see and fast and Murphy, AD, near my castle. Now, why imagine so wood, hey, catch the was for a matter wood to me too. Who members me now? So I feel also or start him a year heaven gates and only market register. So, market register says, huh? And see, and your time was fine. I know about my team register. Including why only make that.
Now, those people are someone for.
We must not allow this. And see, I will conclude by saying, Owusu Bempah so about crashing quick and Ghana for breaking news in his head. Menim Iguase. He's been exposed and embarrassed. To me, or the Bayed man. 2 million demand to my Norwegian Media Commission. Now, also may promise Ghana for say, many management that's now. They are responding properly at the Media Commission for number from Ghana for moving who the December Quacopi. If you were Owusu Bempah, when to me alpha, I can say, or see annual. You see, there, we can say, we inviting Media Commission for Mumina Sepman.
and Nelson. Thank you very much, my dear friend and brother, co-host Kwekwanan. And this program, as I said, is live on my CTVGH, Frontline Ghana, and also on the Hawk TV. Keep subscribing to all these channels so that you get the online version news at first hand. Kweku, I appreciate your time, very time, and also this moment for all your good words and we just have a fire in here. I don't know what Miss Jim assassin so most of what can about church or at all. But those of you who start, insulting and one church insulting one bra. Obviously, be delete someone. Come, fe. Na bibi over can give to some seconds be now.
The American say the Ghana for in answer. One more bomb pie, my one money did in common. Moncoswana, Monire Moho, they are seeing fire one day and so funny one. Frontline Ghana, my frontline program, very resume, the very last week of January and Yabeba. Inti wa wo share enum kwan go so ana hwe enum kwan mo Ghana for ina man ye ba expose kese no for 2026 me ye ba be shase it will be ase.
My name is Enoch Ijo. Thank you very much for watching. Keep sharing, subscribing, and bye.